All right, so today my wife had got me this for Christmas. It's the trekstep for f150. It says 2015 to current. She had actually ordered it months before Christmas, and it took forever to get to us. And they've canceled the order, but ended up shipping it anyway. We still paid for it, everything like that. But it's part number 75308-15. It comes with a bracket, all the hardware, everything like that, instruction manual, stuff like that. So it looks like what you take and do is I pre-assembled it just to make sure everything was there because, you know, hate to get started on something, get halfway through, make sure you don't have all the bolts or something, or you're missing something, and you can get the brackets on this thing. They're beefy. I mean, they are sturdy. The only thing that doesn't seem as sturdy to me is the way they mount this. They use a little aluminum slider tab and two like 6mm bolts. So I see how it's supported. I see how it, hooks into the groove and should be strong. They rate it for 300 pounds. I'm nowhere near 300 pounds. So it looks like it will be fine, but I don't like it. And it looks like, man, you guys aren't gonna be able to see it, but let me grab the light. Grab this ancient Craftsman light. I've had it forever, but it works. So it looks like they want you to take these 3 bolts out, 1, 2, 3, and remove this plate on the back side so you can use their fasteners to get the thing bolted in. And look at these harnesses, man. That tape Ford uses is just crap. But other than that, other than the radio going blank sometimes, I really haven't had any issues. I have heard about an issue on these trucks, and I haven't checked this one yet. Underneath the cap, I guess they use a bolt to retain the axle. And a lot of guys are having them snap. And Ford can't get the axles or nothing. In the age of COVID, you can't get anything when you want it. So, but let's get started and we'll come back to it. All right, so we got that in. It wasn't a big deal. Actually, it wasn't bad at all. It does hang down a little bit. You can see it from here, but it's, not much lower than the spare tire, but from here it looks a lot worse. So I would say it's probably a little bit lower than the hitch. So you're not gonna bottom out. It's not bad. Once you do cinch these up, they do grab into that groove, so it is holding. So it looks like it comes out a decent way and cuts the difference, which isn't too bad at all. As one of the things I missed about my other F-150, this was supposed to have, but it didn't. You know, the old man step and the stripper pull, I definitely missed those. They got a couple springs in there, and that's how they use it. And they did add, which is gonna be hard to see, they did add a bumper in there. So that's nice to see. This bracket is super thick. It's not going anywhere. You replace this bolt with one they give you. One thing I have to say, the bolts they use are smaller than the factory bolts. Now this does mount your factory hitch on trucks, you know, with the, you know, factory mounted hitch. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. It's just a little bit smaller, I think. I didn't actually measure them, but looking at it, I would say, let's take the nut on there. Yeah, it's one size smaller. So that's something to make note of. Also, when you loosen this, this is what holds your rear bumper. So you want to make sure that the gaps are lined up. Looks like I got smacked by something on mine. So let's lower it down, see how it works. A little bit of a squirrel moment there. Distractions. You know, you might not see everything from every angle, and then you put it up in the air and you see everything you didn't want to see. So that happens. Let's lower it down and see how it goes. It's a little cold, so the lift is definitely feeling it a little bit today. I think we're at like 32 degrees. Summer will eventually come, but it isn't here yet. Man, that's slow. Yeah, we're getting there. There she goes. And down. All right, so let's see how it looks when it's down on the ground. You know, to be honest, I thought it would stick out a little bit more. It's not bad. I wish they would have rounded the edges and a couple other things, but you can definitely feel some things adjusting. You know, I'm about 180 pounds, so it says 300. I'm bouncing on it. I don't feel anything too bad moving around. Check the gap, so we're about one there. About one there, so yeah, it looks good. Looks even side to side. All right, so I gotta thank my wife for getting that for me. It makes it easier. Not that you can't step up here, but when you have the tailgate open, you know, on my service truck, I have a step in the hitch because it's got a shorty hitch. So that makes it nice to get in and out as I, you know, crank my knee off it a little bit. Also these things, man, not these lights, but these little work trays, they are nice to have. They stop you from bending over. And anytime I can avoid bending over more, I'm pretty happy about that. So, not too bad. We'll see how it holds up this year when I have the truck back out. We really haven't had much weather to have it out, and having a company service truck, I spend more time in that than anything. So, we'll get it back out and see how I like it. Thanks guys for watching. You know, I know I don't upload as much, but every once in a while we'll get something. I am still working on some other projects for the channel, so we're still going.